Let's make sure that's muted, and then we'll get going. So as usual, guys, we are just educational today. It's just your time to ask questions if you're unsure of something. You want to talk about the new manager, for example, which is freaking awesome, I tell you now. I'm going to give you a few links for our live trading Discord group and a few other bits and bobs. So let me just... Okay, so we're live on YouTube, we're live on here, so let's get going, shall we? I want to talk about NASDAQ today to begin with a little bit. I want to go through a couple of different scenarios here where we pull in a lot of those indicators from both the day trading bundle and also that manager, but also recognizing data points as well. Very, very important with the data points, because we had big one. Hey, day trade mafia, how you doing? So we had the Jolt's job today, so that was a big data point. We had nothing really before that, but I wanted to let you understand where I sort of saw the charts, what I did with NQ and all that sort of thing. I know Daniel in our Discord group traded this short just down here on NQ here, but I wanted to go through the harmonic pattern that's set up earlier last night, the short overnight, the bounce back, what it formed, and then how we go from there. Okay, so let's get going with NQ. So yesterday we could see the open here. We came down and we found support. We then had pretty good bullish day into the close yesterday. Okay, then overnight we had this little bat pattern form. Now, futures traders trade 24 hours a day, so I'm going to go through this because you know, we have people from Australia. This was a perfect trade for people from Australia. So it really depends on the time of day. If you sleep, you know, futures traders, you know, it's a 24-hour product. There are opportunities, you just need to find them. So with this is a trading view, by the way. With the bat pattern complete, it completes in the automated completion zone. Now this is very important. The automated completion zone is a combination of fib extensions and retracements of that that ABC correction that's already happened before that D pivot has entered. So those that have attended my live training that I did in the USA, you would have, if you remember, we did all these ABC corrections and we looked at overlaps of fib retracements and extensions. So this is a lot more complicated but it does the same thing. So all we do is highlight this zone from here to here where the D pivot, put my teeth back in, should finish. Okay, now when it does, it's colored in red. We're looking for a short. Okay, now remember, just because we've had a signal, we need confirmation first. Okay, one thing we need to look at when we're trading is the harmonics. We either go very aggressive in, i.e. we get the D pivot here, we look for an entry just above, just below, sorry, this pivot here, and we go short there. Okay, but for me, I'm British, I'm conservative, I want to leave it a little longer. Okay, so I wait for that confirmation from the divergence cloud, and this red triangle, this candle here, is our confirmation candle. Okay, we then got to take into consider the A and the C pivot. This is our entry here. This is when it breaks, this is going to go boom. Okay, because we've had a bat pattern complete in the automated completion zones, which is bloody hard to do anyway. Then we're just looking for some confirmation of downward momentum there, and that doesn't happen until the European morning. Okay, so those that trade the European morning, I know some of you do, me, when I get time, I do, and I know even in the US some people do. You've seen this on your chart. You've seen it meandering down, and then we have 5 5 minutes before the European stock markets open, we get divergence cloud confirmation here. Your entry's got to be below this support, okay? And then boom, right down to this next support. Why is that support there? Because we had some the previous day, okay? And we go back even further, okay? We can see, let's move that down. Look at all this support here, look, okay? Look at this, really bouncing off, okay? So I'm looking left, I'm seeing support. So when it hits the support, there's a couple of things to do. With the new manager, okay, we have a red bias on the cloud. Let's just check what we've got on here. It's on aggressive, okay? For me, when I'm breaking out, I'm looking for aggressive moves, especially when I am on a 5-minute time frame and I'm going from one support zone to another, okay? So two options here. We get higher than average volume and distribution candles get us into this trade. Boom, we're straight in. We've got support. Flatten it there and then if you wish. We then get a lower than average volume pullback into the cloud. That fails, but then we get higher than average volume indecision doji there. Look at that doji, real big indecision, okay? We need to be thinking about getting out. It will come back down again to test the support, look, and then we start to move up. We start to get green accumulation candles. Then if you're ultra conservative, you see the cloud turn from red to green. That's the time to take your profit, because we can't look right, we can only look left. So when we look left, we see our support and resistance zones. When we look right, we don't know if they're going to be respected or tested a couple of times and then just power dive through. But what we've done is we've learnt from that European trade in the morning, and we've got a really good support zone to take us into the US session. What happens in the US session? This is the opening candle here, but we really don't get a lot of price action until jolts, okay? So we get a 6-star buy, sorry, this is the open here. We get a 6-star sell from the ex-Brad Algo, okay, which comes down and tests this support. I'm not interested in a short before the jolts data, which is on this candle here, okay? I'm not interested. All I know is I've got a 6-star sell here. I've got divergence cloud confirmation. This looks good, but I've got to wait for data, because data will be the catalyst, okay? Simple. We get the data, it pulls back up, it fails, starts to come back down. We need a breakout just here, okay? Massive move. So look at the cloud though on the manager, still stays red all that way through, but we don't take a chance. We're not gambling through data. We've had a great trade during the European morning, we've gone to bed, we've got up, we know where we are, we've had the open, we've got a 6-star sell, but we've got data coming up, we've got support. We're only interested in this 6-star sell with confirmation from the divergence cloud if it breaks support after we've had the data, which it did. We have the data, and then lo and behold, we get a little move up, and then we get distribution, boom, in, all the way down. Then managing that trade becomes a lot easier. We're in, pulls back, lower than average volume on these blue dots here. Comes to the red cloud, the cloud remains red, then we get another move down, slightly lower low. We start to move up, then the cloud turns from red to green. Now the cloud turns from red to green, it's 4 candles in advance. You see where the cloud is now? That's 4 candles in advance. So we count back 1, 2, 3, 4. So when this cloud turns green, that's when we get out of that trade, okay? And that's on aggressive. Now you could say, actually, let's see if it comes back to test this support as resistance, which it did. Now I'm on aggressive there. If I change the manager to the moderate setting, okay, cloud hasn't changed yet, okay, it's still red. So if you're a believer in support and resistance, if you like, you're going to put this on a little bit more sort of the moderate setting. You're going to allow it to test your entry, to test this previous support of resistance, and then look for it to come back down again. There's lots of options there, and we have you know, we've got to really, the last webinar we did last month was the training for the manager, and we did a lot. We did a whole hour, and I put together a structured training for it to understand how it works, when to use it, how to use it, and everything like that. But this is just a prime example of you know, how we can use that day trading bundle, and now the new manager, to maximize those trades. Anybody got any questions on the harmonics, the XBRAT, the divergence cloud confirmation in both trades, and then obviously the manager? Speak now, okay? I've put a link in the chat, guys, if you want to register for my webinar later with Traders Exclusive. I'm doing some education on volume, price action and behavior. Links in the chat. If you want to click on there and register, you can come and see me again if you really want to. Any questions on that before we move on to a different example? Come on, any questions, guys? You must have something. Is it that easy? You're all making loads of money using this. It's that easy. And I know quite a few of you are, so okay, it must be that easy. Let's go to a oh, there's a question. Define average volume. So average volume looks back over a set number of candles and works out what that average volume is, and whether you're above or below that average volume. Now obviously the algorithm that we use, depending on the time frame, the time of day, the look back period, changes, but the manager does it all for you. Okay, so what we're looking for, let's go to another example and I'll show you. So let's go to oil. Okay, my favorite trade at the moment on oil. Okay, so let's talk about just the average volume and the accumulation together. So when we're basing here after the markets have opened, we've got lower than average volume, got higher than average volume, lower, higher. It's not really going anywhere. But then when we break out of this resistance from the open there, from the opening range, those that play the opening range with us understands that opening range is about here. So when we're looking for that opening range move out, we can see actually we're getting predominantly higher than average volume, these cyan dots above. So that's the move up. So that measures this sort of period here and looks at that average volume. So when a candle has higher than average volume, it's got momentum. But not only that, if it's green, it is an accumulation candle, so it has more volume than the previous candle. So then we get green, green, grey, grey, which is still up candles. Then we get another green with higher than average volume. That momentum is really pulling up. But more importantly, when it pulls back, it's lower than average volume. So this is a low volume pullback. It's a natural, where you get those less sophisticated traders panicking and starting to just bang in their profits and take profits and stuff. That's where those low volume pullbacks happen. You see how the cloud remains green as well. Okay, we do get some high volume distribution candles there, but that runs out of juice pretty quick. But the again, so we've got two options here. We see this this first candle, second candle, we get out, or we use the cloud, which is our bias cloud, if you like, which is telling us actually we're still bullish bias, it's still green. We wait for that to turn red, and it doesn't, and we get higher than average volume to come up again. Okay, then eventually we turn red at this point there. Does that answer your question on the average volume? Define average volume. just want to show you something here a second. Any Think or Swim users, put your hands up. If there's not, I'm probably not going to show it, but in the chat we've got 1, 2. Okay, so we've got a couple of we've got a few. So I just wanted to show you a little bit on the harmonics with this. Somebody, one of our users, actually using harmonics on the 1 minute time frame, and I thought that was a bit crazy, but actually I've been monitoring it over the week, and it's pretty freaking crazy. So, obviously with TradingView, we can have alerts to alert us, and we can set those alerts up. Now, this is a Think or Swim trading platform. So what I've done is I've got 5 minute, 1 minute, 3 minute, and this is purely to do with harmonics. But the good thing about Think or Swim is we can put a watch list together and give you alerts: Gartley, Butterfly, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. Okay, this is really, really cool, and it is such a powerful tool with Think or Swim. Now, obviously, on TradingView, we can set those alerts for when that pattern enters that that zone, if you like, that pattern completion zone. So depending on the instruments and the time frames, we can set all those up anyway. Okay, but with Think or Swim, with the harmonics, these are live. This on the watch list. I'm just going to pull that off a little bit, and I'm going to go to CL. Okay, just a second. I'm just going to try and scroll through. This is a bit slow, Think or Swim today. I've got a lot running on the computer though right now. Very slow, in fact. Let me try MES. I'm just going to try a couple. There we go. Okay, so MES, there we go. So what it's telling me is on the 5 and the 3 minute, okay, I've got a bat pattern with a potential bearish forming. Okay, now these can falter, but what you're looking for, it gives you in advance, let me move this down, that a bat pattern's forming. So if the price action goes and completes in down the deep of it, there's a great short. The same on the 3 minutes. Okay, so what it's doing is just forewarning you that something potentially is going to happen, which I think is pretty cool, because some of the 1 minutes are absolutely crazy. Let's have a look at gold. Gold's been a bit crappy trading wise recently, but I just want to go back on some of these smaller time frames on the harmonics just to show you how freaky they are. Okay, so I'm just going to go on the 1 minute right now. Let's maximize the sell. So what it's telling me is on the watch list, there's a butterfly pattern forming for a potential long on gold on the 1 minute. Okay, let's just take that back to where we are. So what you're looking for then is this price action to find support in here. Lord, Think or Swim still thinking about it. It's an old platform. It's like an old man. It's a bit like me. If that completes here, there's a good potential long. Okay, that short was short-lived, but it was okay. I don't know how this is going to react soon. That long completed outside of the completion zone. You don't take it. Okay. That long did complete in the completion zone. Okay, where are we now? That one completed in the completion zone, but didn't go through our entry through the EMA cloud. So I'm just trying to show you that the cool thing about TOS is these. Go YM a second. These alerts on the watch list, which are live, so we can see on YM. if this price action did come up and find resistance in there, we'd be looking for the short. So just a cool thing that you know, on the shorter time frames are really good. Especially, I think we were looking at oil when we were testing this. This alert's just come on right now on the 5 minute on oil. Okay, literally just started to print that auto completion zone. So potential, just wait a second. So potentially a Gartley pattern forming here. Okay, but it's got to complete in there. It's got to complete in that automated completion zone. Think or swim, because there's a lot of calculations, takes a little while. But right now that's alerted us. So we're just got to wait. That's the thing, we've just got to wait. Right. Let me just, think or swim's a bit cumbersome for me. I used to use it a lot, but I prefer TradingView now. Oh, by the way, guys, the manager is now available for TradeStation. It's on the website. So with this, let's just go big. Just want to show you. Okay, so with the manager, it doesn't color it all in, but you can see the red cloud. You can see the lower than average volume, the higher than average volume. I mean, look at this. Oh, look at these trades here. Honestly. Again, our indicators can get you into trades, but it's getting out and maximizing the profits, which is the hardest thing sometimes. So look at this 6-star buy here. You don't panic when it comes down. You don't panic when it comes down. The cloud is still green. The pullback is lower than average volume. Boom, all the way up here. Then we get that first red candle with higher than average volume. This is a warning sign to get out right here. But this is a 300 point move here, 300 tick move. Then the cloud turns red. Okay, so you'd get out around about here unless you took the aggressive exit there. So again, just showing you now, we've got it for TradeStation. Exprat shorts, look at this, all the way down. Then all of a sudden we're getting green candles with higher than average volume. And one of the things I'm going to be talking about in a webinar later that I've given you a link for, this high volume rejection here, big indication. Okay, it's an accumulation candle. It's got more volume than that. It's got higher than average volume and it's rejected the lows. This thing's coming up. Okay, and that's what we're looking for there. So again, it is available for TradeStation now. Hey Wolfgang, how you doing on YouTube? So I just wanted to show you that. Pretty excited. TradeStation users can use the manager now. Okay, so let's go to anything else. Any forex traders in here, by the way? Are we all futures or some stocks? Go on, shout out in the chat. Stocks, futures, crypto. Crypto's really going at the moment. You can't do that on TradingView, George. You can't have auto traders at the moment because TradingView just connects to your broker. Okay, so it's pointless developing it, for example, for TradingView when we've got it for TradeStation and when we're actually developing it for NinjaTrader right now. So it's about going to the platforms that can successfully have our Exprat Auto Trader optimized. So, I mean, to be honest, there are lots of opportunities for futures. Now, sometimes the European morning is better, sometimes the US morning is better. For me, I only trade the pre-market. You've got to trade pre-market. A lot of the good movers are pre-market on the futures, George. So an hour and a half ish before the market opens. Gold pit opens at 8:20 a.m. EST. You need to be up and ready for those, because some of the moves from that and the correlations really help with that. You don't need to be trading an hour after the market's open. That 2.5 hour slot, you need, well, to be honest, 8 a.m. Until probably 10:30, 11 are your prime spots for futures trading. And to be honest, most of our auto traders take trades in that time slot anyway. Okay. Oh yes, indeed. ETHSOL, really, really cool. I'm just going to bring them over on my other chart here. So Solano, you know, I made some videos quite a while ago. My average holding position is 25 bucks on Solano. It's 171 right now. Luke, I hope you got some Solano early. I've been staking Solano as well, so it's one of my, it's not my biggest holdings, but it's the biggest mover that I've had with crypto for sure, without a doubt. Oh, that's good, Wolfgang, using the manager on Ethereum. I'm going to go through Ethereum day trades in a little while, actually, because it works extremely well. So this is SOL, just phenomenal. I want to buy some more of this. I just needed a bit more of a dip to get some more. Ethereum, again, doing extremely well. We're on a fifth wave move, but boy, is it meandering. I've got a $5,200 fifth wave target there for ETH. We had a big sell-off yesterday, so a lot of profit taking, but it bounced off my support to the tick, really. And now we're consolidating today. We should see that move back up tomorrow. One of the big surprises for me today is Algo. I have Algo, and I've staked that as well. But that move, to look at the volume on that move today, absolutely huge, massive move. So I've got a $1.80 target there as well. So let's go to a more spot trading on the Ethereum. Oops. Okay, so go to Ethereum. What time frame do you use, Wolfgang? I know we've talked before. What time frame with Ethereum are you spot trading a lot at the moment? I know 12 minutes pretty hot, not really. It has been before. One hour. Okay, we'll love it. Okay. So again, I'm just going to put the manager on here. Have I got the manager on here? No. Let's put it on. What platform? I've got two accounts. I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm on. There we go. Great crab pattern completing the automated completion zone there. Getting through the EMA cloud at 3382. We're at 100 bucks on that already, and the cloud has turned green. Okay, so the EMA cloud, don't confuse the EMA cloud with the cloud from the manager. The manager cloud is not something that finds support or resistance. It actually tells you whether we're bearish bias at that point or bullish bias, and it helps you it's a conservative trade management tool here. We see the volume's actually starting to pick up a little bit here. We've got higher than average volume last couple of candles on the 12-minute. The green cloud is getting wider apart, so we are looking pretty bullish on Ethereum there. So really good. Obviously I like to go short as well, so there are shorting opportunities on these. Let's put the manager on this, on the hourly. Let's just take the EMA cloud off a second. Got X spread algo. Okay. Here we go. So this is I recently did a video on this. This is how I had added to Ethereum. We got our conservative. Where are we? We're swing trading, sorry. So with the manager on the hourly, you can either have sort of day trading conservative, or you can even go to swing trading. Okay, put that on the 4 hour, and this is me in Ethereum just recently. Okay, this is me adding positions. So get a 6-star buy, go above this sort of resistance zone here. You see how the manager keeps it. See the pullbacks, lower than average volume. Then we get another 6-star buy here. Takes us into some resistance, pulls back. Cloud remains green. We come to test it again. Cloud remains green. Pullbacks are out and predominantly lower than average volume. We get a 6-star buy here. So I would look to go above that resistance, which I did. It comes back. Stay in. Get another 6-star buy. Boom. Away we go. So again. Why is that? Are we on? Oh, right, we're not on Heikenhashi, that's why. There's the other 6-star buy here, and that's the next position to get in. Now, have I sold? No. Why? Cloud's green. So that's why. Let's go to the 5 minutes on ETH. Crazy day. So, again, let me just make sure we're on Heikenhashi. Yeah. What are we on? We're on moderate. That's okay. So Luke, I think you are Australia, are you not? Wow. And I think you can trade short. This 6-star sell here was phenomenal. Okay. This is where you make your money when you're spot trading. We got support here. Okay, big rejection candles, higher than average volume, higher than average volume. These two candles that rejected form support. We get a 6-star sell. We get divergence cloud confirmation, not just once but twice. Okay, we don't go short into support. We wait until it breaks through. This is our entry here. Okay, all the way down, boom. Okay, now once you get a parabolic move, and I mentioned this in the training before, if you get a parabolic move like this, now what's parabolic? Almost straight frigging down. Okay, so you need to turn your manager to aggressive, okay, to maximize your profits. This was a big bounce. A lot of people would have got to 3,000 and bought more. Okay, I was actually not around in the computer. I should have set an order because I wanted to buy some more Ethereum at 3,000. Big support zone on that daily that I showed you before where it bounced off. Okay, so for me, when I'm on that daily, if I just go there now, ooh, that's just really screwed that one up, hasn't it? Sorry guys. It's USDT, but we've got major support here on the daily and the weekly, and this is where I'm just going to take all those tops and all those bottoms here. See all this resistance here? This is where the support is. This is where that resistance zone is. So the 3,000 for me, when we go back to the 5 minute, for Luke, that's where we would take that profit. Okay, soon as it hit the $3,000, get out. But if you're aggressive and you don't, wait for the cloud to turn green. Okay, and that's all you do. Nice. Short here, cloud turns green, get out. Long here, 5-6 star buy. The 6 star buys here, it's going sideways, get out. It's about the entry. We get these here. I think this is on a 3 minute. There's a signal. Where did I see the signal? Probably not. But anyway, that's the one you traded, isn't it? The big short, yeah. Because it's setting up perfectly. You've got support with higher than average volume rejections. You've got 6-star sell. You've got confirmation. You go and you make money, yeah. And then finish for the day. So it's, again, this is the crypto trading bundles, the same as a day trading bundle. You've got to look left. You've got to do your own work. You see support. The manager helps you see that support is strong because higher than average volume rejection there. Okay, higher than average volume rejection there. This is strong support. If it breaks, it's going to break and go mad. There it does. Higher than average volume. Higher than average volume. Boom, 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 boom. All the way down. Okay, fantastic trade. Well done, Luke. There's quite a few. So if you're investing, I would look at Binance and Coinbase, George. Okay, but if you are doing this type of trading, spot trading, day trading, if you like, you want to be looking at, on our website, we are sponsored by Bybit. Okay, you want to be looking at Bybit because they are the ones that have some great spot trading accounts. Okay, put that in the chat there. But if you're unsure, just go to our website. They're a sponsor because I use them and they're good. I only use people I trust. No problem. Just answer that one. That's done. Okay, got 15 minutes left, guys. We've done a bit of futures. We've done a bit of crypto. Just want to go on to stocks now. I want to talk about the manager. Okay, really important for me because I swing trade a lot. This is a trade that we're in on the inner circle. Okay, on IRM. Yes, Luke, I agree. It's very good. Let me just put the Elliottwave on here. We are at 584. Any swing traders in here? Stocks? Dying breed, we are. Dying breed. Hands up anybody that's a swing trader. Yeah, Rusty, Beatrice, John, cool. So, if you haven't got the Elliottwave indicator suite now, just leave because you should have it because this gets you in some friggin' hot trades, okay? And I'm going to show you a couple now and I'm going to show you how I'm using the manager to actually manage those trades. So this is a beautiful wave for pullback. We look on the Pearson's R, we've got 0.94, so 94%. So that is orderly profit taken after a big impulse move on the way through. We get in this 9th of July and I'm still in it. Why? Because the manager has kept me in it. Okay, so couple of things when we go back to that Elliottwave training. When we have this wave 4 pullback, it just tips on the green zone, but also that 55 EMA cloud holds as non-linear support. We go reasonably aggressive above the 6-4 moving average high and we pull back a little bit, but then everything else is lower than average volume. We wait for the earnings reaction. The last 4 or 5 earnings reactions have been fantastic and this one was as well. It pulls up. It goes. Look at the pullback, the profit taken after the earnings reaction. Lower than average volume. These blue dots. I can keep my hands off. Keep my hands off the sell button. This cloud is still green. Now, what I've done with the cloud, I've gone from swing trading, which is down here. Okay, I've hit the 5th wave target, and some people say, well, why don't you get out? And I'm going to show you why in a minute on a different trade. But But what I've done now, I've taken it to day trading conservative. So you can see how it's moved up. It's gone a bit thinner. We now adjust the stop below the cloud. So I'm locking in. So, you know, risking here $10,000. So again, when I say risk $10,000, I don't buy $10,000 worth of shares. I buy enough shares that if it takes me out of this stop, I lose $10,000 of my money. Okay. This now is locked in $16,000 profit with a trailing stop. I'm very conservative with this because I can see these pullbacks always have lower than average volume. Right now, we just tipped into this fifth wave target zone. We got higher than average volume, start to get a little bit worried, but I've got this wave 3 support zone. Look at the bottom of this from this resistance. I'm looking to see what that behavior is there, and that's what that manager does. Looks at this behavior. I'm looking for support, looking for it to go again, and then I can adjust. Now, if I go to PKI, for example, on the weekly, this is another trade we're in. Okay, this is why I don't necessarily take profits right at the target zone. Okay, because great wave 4 pullback. This was more conservative entry up above this resistance zone here, but now it's piling on the profit. Okay, so again with this one, we're on swing trading. We can take that now, for example, to day trading conservative. We see where that is. Okay, what I've done, okay, I've actually gone day trading aggressive now because I've popped up through the Elliottwave fifth wave zone. Okay, what that zone is, it's fib zone. Okay, it's Fibonacci. So if it just pop up and it finds support there and starts to move again, that's a great position for my trailing stop. 150, so that's 15 grand in profit right now, plus that other one. MDB is another we've got on right now. Okay, this was Elliottwave and 6-star buy here. So let's just pull this, and it might have changed into a wave 3 now, so I'm just going to readjust this. I have the manager, I have the 2 EMA clouds, the 55 and the 89 Edith. I have the XBRAD algo because that actually helps me if there's a pullback and it goes again, I can add to my position, or I use XBRAD algo to get into those positions. And obviously the manager and everything else that comes with the Elliottwave indicator suite, the stochastic and everything else. Let me just put this Elliottwave on a second. What are we at? It's, 895. Right, the manager is also my trade management brain. Okay, so some very, very clever people ask me lots of questions, what I look for, what are look back periods, all that sort of stuff, and we've basically developed the manager. So this is interesting. People say to me, how do you trade a wave 3? You get in this fifth wave move, it blows through the target and turns into a wave 3. Okay, and this is what MDB did. So now we're at 300%. This is 30,000 sort of profit right now. The entry was down here at 362. Why is my, this is where the stop is. At this moment in time, I'm just risk free. Why? Because we had the earnings reaction. I need to let some of those less sophisticated traders to take that profit. I can see on this daily time frame, this is a cyan candle. So it's a down candle, but it's got less volume than this previous day. Today's candle is cyan, which has got less volume than that previous day. It's still got higher than average volume. I need to see this find support, and it could be closing this gap is the finding support before it goes again. So I'm being very, very patient here. My green cloud is up. It's still green. I'm happy. I can change that you know, that's on day trading manager, that's day trading conservative. So I'm reasonably happy with that. All I've got to do is understand this behavior. These cyan candles are running out of juice. If I get another cyan candle today and another one tomorrow, and we start to find support and starts to move up again, I can start adjusting my trailing stop and being more aggressive, maybe changing that to moderate. So when I change that to moderate, for example, this is where the cloud is here. So I'd probably lock in 100% profit times risk, $10,000. But with swing trading, you've got to be very, very patient, especially in these current markets. Yeah, it takes a long time. This trade has been in since the 23rd of July. A lot of my swings right now were entered in July. Okay, not a great deal setting up right now. I think MVEE has recently done pretty well. But again, it hit the third wave resistance. Okay, so I'm just put this at risk free right now. This is where that cloud is, the green cloud is on moderate. But what I'm seeing is 3 days of cyan clouds, lower than average volume, hands off, let it find support, go back up again. So with the swing trading, it's Elliottwave, it's XBRAD Algo, it's the EMA clouds. There is swing trading bundles on the website, and then obviously everything goes with that Elliottwave bundle, and obviously the manager, because the manager is the most important thing. Anybody can get in a trade, but you've got to manage it properly. Okay, right guys, I'm gonna go in 7 minutes. Okay, I've got to have a rest because in an hour's time I'm going to do another webinar teaching price action, volume, and behavior. Okay, so if anybody's not registered for that webinar, bear with me, I'll put the link in again. I'm going to be there on in an hour. Okay, you're welcome, Edith. Has anybody got any more questions on, you know, we've covered quite a lot today. We've done stocks and swing trading, we've done day trading with a bundle, we've looked at we've looked at Think or Swim, we've gone through harmonics, XBRAD Algo, the manager, we've looked at those case studies. This recent short trade on Ethereum was fantastic. Using that crypto trading bundle. So covered quite a lot today, and the only reason why we do it once a month is purely just to give support to those traders, or anybody that's new comes and have a look to see, you know, okay, what's this all about. We do have a Discord group, guys, because we have some live trading, and it'll be starting back next week. I do interject with the odd trade as well, but I'm with my inner circle a lot. But let me just give you the link for this, if I can find it. How do we invite people? Invite people, here we go. So, oops. So let's go never, no limit, create new link, copy. Does that go in there? Yeah. Okay, this is our Discord group. I would advise you do it, because this actually books, we've got users of our indicator suites. Okay, they are presenting live, doing live trades, and I chipped in today with a gold trade. Okay, and not only that, they go on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, live trading using our indicators. I back them up as much as I can on the chat, giving them you know, helping everybody out. I'm not live trading with you guys, because I do that with my inner circle, but what I'm doing is giving guidance, if you like. Back starting next Monday, they'll be live on YouTube. But even when that's finished, we're still we've still got support and trades going on in that group, which is growing day by day. Okay, we've got 53 people there, And when we look at the Discord group, I'm just going to show you now. We've got Auto Trader trade history in there. Futures trading. I did a short trade during the European Open this morning. Okay, I think I made $1,350 profit there, trading short on the opening range this morning. You know, if we go back, there are trades. Pedro is phenomenal trader. He's putting trades together. We've got Daniel. There's lots of people putting trade. This is me, platinum, trading platinum. Okay, really great. I mean, this trade was fantastic. This is me trialing that 1 minute harmonics live. Okay, got in, took the trade, took the profit. Okay, it was only $110 or whatever, but it was me using the 1 minute crab pattern, finishing the automated completion zone, trading the long, making some money, and sharing it as I did it in the Discord group. So I would advise you to join. Okay, it is fantastic, it's growing, and more importantly, we tell you when we're going to do live sessions. Okay, so you can click on there and go on YouTube and go live. Okay, so really cool, and definitely worth it, because we try and use that now as our main support module, if you like. Okay, right guys, I'm going to get going, take an hour's break, have some dinner, and then do another webinar, and then go to bed. Thanks very much for coming today, guys. Don't forget to check out the website for the manager. The manager is now available for TradeStation, as well as a thing called Swim, Ninja Trader, TradingView, Motivewave. I know there's a lot of Motivewave users, so please check it out. And I think there's only 15 left before we put it up to 499, because we set it automated on the system. First 50, forget it, for 399, and then it automatically goes up. So I think there's about 15 left, so please check it out. Have a great trading day, rest of your day. I'll see some of you in the next webinar in about an hour's time. Cheers everybody. Cheers Luke.